Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we're doing another psychic reading. Today's psychic reading, we're going to be taking a look at, or we're going to be channeling what's in Antarctica. So this was another request and I'm quite interested to do this and I'll tell you why. Sometimes I basically remote view. So I will just energetically go off somewhere and just remote view something, right? And I've never run into anything being cloaked in my life. So when I say cloaked, it's basically something I can't access or energetically look at. To be fair, I don't go anywhere where there's like a lot of mystery, to be honest with you. So that's probably why I've never ran into anything like that. I kind of just walk around my house and stuff like that, clearing energies and stuff. But anyway, one day I've never really thought about Antarctica. I'm not up to date on the conspiracies or whatever there, but one day I'd fallen down a rabbit hole and it was on something else completely, but somebody had spoken about Antarctica and I was like, you know what, without any knowledge of what these conspiracies are, I'm just gonna remote view and see what happens. And when I went to remote view, it was actually cloaked. The area was cloaked. I could not get in. I couldn't energetically look. I couldn't access like that. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna step back. Like, I'm just gonna completely, come back. If I'm not allowed to go there, if it's cloaked for a reason. I'm just gonna step away. And yeah, I found that really interesting that it would be cloaked. So I haven't tried since to, remote view, because that's fine if you're cloaking. But I thought we could ask Spirit at least, get around it a little bit and take a look at what's going on there, what is actually happening in Antarctica, what I can pick up, because I don't really know what the conspiracies are. I've heard different things and they all contradict, so I'm like, I don't know. So let's ask Spirit. Let's ask Spirit and see what is really going on there or what may be there. So I'm gonna get straight in now. So Spirit guides, I'm gonna be using tarot. Spirit guides, what is in Antarctica, please? Can you show me the energies surrounding Antarctica? Is there anything being hidden in Antarctica? Is there anything? What is in Antarctica, please? What is in Antarctica, please? What is being hidden? What is in Antarctica, please? Ooh, bunch of cards are just flipped. What is in Antarctica, please, Spirit guides? What is in Antarctica? Show me. Because I read something about the ice wall and things being behind an ice wall. What is in Antarctica, please, Spirit guides? Knight of Cups. What is in Antarctica, please, Spirit guides? We have Empress. What is in Antarctica, please, Spirit guides? We have the Magician. We have the King of Wands. What is in Antarctica, please? Page of Cups. I'm just going to put 3 below. And then we'll get right into it. What is in Antarctica? Judgment. Strength. What is in Antarctica, please? And we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, back of the deck we have the Queen of Wands. Right, one thing that I will say is in terms of like higher ups and take higher ups is how you want that to go, whether it's the government, beyond the government, above that again, because in my opinion, governments and whatever it is that we see, they're usually kind of like puppets for what's above anyway. However, I almost feel like, let's just say higher ups, I almost feel like there's something that's being gained that's why there's no access to it. So I'm thinking of like resources, or there's some sort of like intelligence. Like I feel like something's, when I say mind, I don't mean like necessarily like people are like mining caves there or whatever it is, but I almost feel like there's a part that we don't see or that everyone in like the general public wouldn't know about, where I almost feel like there's something that like is being like harvested in a way. You know how you see like, people go places for oils, people go places for crystals, people go, whatever, and they start to mine it, or they start to like literally just take it, basically. That's what I feel. There's something there that I feel like the higher ups, quote unquote, whatever you want to believe, they are, I feel like there's something being gained. And for some reason I'm being shown like knowledge, because I'm being shown, you know, like architects and things like that. I almost feel like there's knowledge being brought back. And then I also feel like there's something being gained, and it's to do with the actual earth there. It's to do with the actual elements there. That's one thing that I'm being shown. Like there's elements that I almost feel like I'm looking at a ground, like as if it's like another realm in a sense. But what I mean by that is, you know how we are aware of all the climates on earth, like we know that there's sand in the, you know, deserts, and then there's like soil and grass in the countryside, and then there's water and sand on the beach. Like I'm being shown as like an element that maybe we don't have a lot of, or it's very rare, or a lot of people in the everyday aren't really aware of it. And I almost feel like that's something that's being like sourced or taken from there. That's one thing that I'm being shown. There's something from the ground, the actual earth, something that's in Antarctica that's actually being, that's either growing, or there's something like because there's ice there, maybe it's like hidden in the ice, I don't know. And if you think about it, like with Antarctica being frozen over, and I know Earth's, I guess, you know, the earth shifts and changes, the climate changes like over like hundreds and thousands of years, so wherever there is ice, there's always something underneath it. So it's almost like I'm mining, or I'm digging down under the ice to get something. There's something that I'm getting, there's something that I'm taking. And I don't know why, but I feel like from a frequency perspective, it's very pure. Or from a frequency perspective, this is something that people would want. And I'm not really being told what that is, but it's to do with like the actual nature, or whatever it is that's frozen underneath Antarctica. That's one thing that I am being shown. And I don't know why I'm being shown a lot of diversion. So you know how I was trying to energetically remote view, and I was being pushed back. I'm being shown that just in terms of energetically, like I'm being shown that cloak, but I feel like I'm diverting other people like away from this. Like I almost feel like there's like a top few people that would know about this, or there's like a top group of people from like around the world that are aware of like what's actually being sourced, what's actually coming from this, what's actually being discovered. If you hear noises, it's my cats. That's what I'm being shown there. But there is definitely something that's being taken. Why wouldn't they want other people to like know about it? Please, spirit guides, why is that being like cloaked? Why do they want to divert people from this? Why do they want to divert people from, I know this is gonna sound bizarre. There's an Harry Potter movie, Goblet of Fire. They have these kind of like tasks that they've got to do. It's kind of, my sister calls it the sports day. Harry Potter, it's basically like when they do like a trial, like the tournaments or whatever it's called, and they basically have to go down to the bottom of the water to retrieve a friend or a partner, whoever's down at the bottom of the water. And none of them know how they're going to do that and how they're going to make their breath last that long. And Neville gives him, I think it's called like killyweed or something like that, and he basically swallows it, and he can breathe underwater. Like I think he gets like gills or something like that, and when he goes under the water he can breathe. There's something that would like be a big advancement that would be almost like groundbreaking, I feel, in terms of what it could do for human beings, but it's kind of been hidden. Like it's like underneath the ice. So when they get it, it's very far and in between. And I don't know what that is, because remember I was saying the elements with it, like I was being shown that with the Empress energy, and like I was being shown like that they're mining or they're trying to get something. But I don't know why Spirit showed me like the Harry Potter thing with the gillyweed. Now I don't think there's like, you know, seaweed underneath there that you can swallow and it gives you gills and you can swim to the bottom of the ocean, but I do think it's something that would really like activate things for us human wise, because it's something to do with the body. It's something that would accelerate. It could even be something that could cure or something like that. I'm not sure, but I almost feel like this would help with like people's vibration in terms of like activating certain things. There's something there that I'm being shown that's kind of like hidden, because I'm being shown like a pyramid, and only the people at the tip would know about it or be able to access it, and I don't know what that is, but it's something that's being mined or sourced. That's what I'm being shown. I don't know why I'm being shown like little balls, like eggs, like, you know, like fish eggs, like caviar. But if you've ever seen like a fish egg, I'm thinking of Finding Nemo, where they have all the little baby fishes, you know, like hidden, and then Nemo survives and he's just like that little ball, like that little egg. I'm being shown something like that for some reason. I don't know what that is. Again, I'm just letting everything just flow through, but that's what I was being shown, little balls, little eggs of something. I don't know what that's going to do with anything. Okay, King of Wands. What was that? The Page of Cups. Okay. Let's go deeper, please, spirit guides. Why are they cloaking it then? What is there actually like an ice wall? Is there other civilizations behind this ice wall? Take me there, please, spirit guides. What is actually behind that ice wall? Some people say you like there's like a Agatha and everything. You can go down into other worlds. Bear with me because I'm just energetically. What else, spirit guides? Tap me deeper into this, please. Tap me deeper into this, please, spirit guides. Right, this is quite interesting. I'm being taken to not just Antarctica, but I'm actually being taken to different places around the world. So this wouldn't just be Antarctica. This would be other areas of the world. I'm actually being shown, you know, that Nemo point in the middle of the ocean, I think it's the Pacific Ocean, where you can go further than like anywhere else in the, like, if you get onto like an island there, or if you go into the middle of the sea there, you're further away than anyone else in the world, because people say it's like the back of Earth's head. Like, there's just no Earth there. It's just water, literally. Maybe a couple of tiny islands that you can barely see. I'm being taken there as well as Antarctica, because I'm being shown like highlights. And I'm literally being shown places where, I don't know why it's making me think of like a magnetic field, or it's making me think of like where the realms on Earth merged together in a way. Like, I feel like there's I don't know why I'm thinking of like magnetic field. I don't know why that's coming to my mind, but I almost feel like there's a frequency kind of shift, which is quite interesting. You know when you're going through an awakening, and sometimes you can have like dizzy spells, or like you hear like ringing in the ears, or you feel a little bit confused and different things come through. That's the energy I'm being placed into. So I'm being placed there in a specific, it's not all of Antarctica, it's like a specific place in Antarctica, but I'm also being shown it in different areas, especially that Finding Nemo point, or whatever it's called, right at the back of, let's call it Earth's head for the video, at the back of Earth's head, you know, in the middle of the water. Like, I feel there's like a frequency shift, and I feel like my ears are ringing. I feel my energy feel really light, and I literally just feel in terms of like the realms on Earth, because we can access different realms all the time. It's like this, like I feel like it's more susceptible to, I guess, maybe the human body, or like what we can achieve in the state that we are at now, if that makes sense, in our human bodies. So there's something there that I'm being shown, because I'm not necessarily being shown in terms of Antarctica like, oh, there's a tunnel and you can go into another realm. I'm not being shown that. I'm not being shown like, it's just not what I'm getting. Maybe other people will get this. It's just what I'm being shown as I'm channeling now. I'm not being shown like you go over the ice wall and there's a whole other kingdom. It's not coming through. It's not what I'm being shown, but I do feel like there's like a frequency shift, if that makes sense, where I am aware of, I don't know why I'm being shown people like close to where the poles are, like the North Pole and the South Pole. And I'm being shown people like having very, very, very vivid dreams. So people that would live in like North Pole, South Pole, or like up north, or down south, in specific areas, because I'm being shown patches. I see people having like specific dreams, or having like very lucid dreams, or having certain visitations, or having, and yeah, it's like having certain like apparitions appear to them, or seeing things happen. Like I'm being shown a lot of that. Like I feel like there's a glitch energetically in terms of like realms. I don't know why I'm being told a magnetic field. If anyone can patch that up for me, let me know. I'm not too good with science, but I feel like it would mirror something that's happening energetically, like the magnetic field, and then something psychically, like a shift in frequency. And I don't know why I keep being shown beings visiting more. And now in my head I have, there's a place in America, I don't know places in America, so apologies, but there's a place in America that there's like a forest that's well known, and if you go into the forest, like there's a lot of weird things that like happen, like people hear voices, you know, people say that they see movement. I can't remember the name of the forest, but people can live close to it. And apparently years and years and years ago, that forest was also connected to, I think, Scotland, when all the land masses were like together and not apart like they are now. And people have said the same things I know about somewhere in Scotland, like a forest in Scotland and weird things happening, or like the trees going really silent. That's what I keep being shown, like little frequency shifts as well. I'm being taken way out of Antarctica now, but I'm being shown frequency shifts like that. Yeah, and like I almost feel like things are dropping through, almost like cracks in time, but it's almost like cracks in like dimensions, because I keep feeling like I'm seeing things, I'm hearing things. And the thing is, with Earth as well, we are somewhat in a lower dimension right now. We are in the 3rd dimension, which is quite lower, so we are going to be a little closer to the lower realms because of that. So that's probably where some people may experience more quote-unquote negative apparitions sometimes, or they see certain things or things come through to them, because we tend to vibrate a little lower. But yeah, that's what I'm being shown. I'm being shown hotspots. I don't know why I'm being shown a microwave. And you know, like in a microwave, only certain parts of the plate can heat up. Like it's not all heated up at once, like I think an oven does. Might be mistaken. But there's like patches of where it actually heats up. That's what I'm being shown, like on Earth. But there's like patches there, if that makes sense, like frequencies. And I'm being told that back in the day, okay, back in the day, when we were a lot more connected to frequency shifts, we used to build pyramids, and I'm being shown Stonehenge as well. We used to build like monuments and buildings to connect to where those frequency changes were, but those frequency changes shift throughout time. So like Antarctica would be one of them. I'm being shown the back of the Point Nemo place in the back of Earth's head. I'm being shown like the forest in Scotland, the forest in America, I can't remember the name. If anyone knows, comment it down below. I'm being shown places like that. So back in the day, when human beings know that there's, you know, things going on. It's probably why there's so many conspiracies about Antarctica. That's probably why, you know, there's so many stories that come out about these forests, or, you know, whatever it is, and this happened and that happened. We're aware of it as human beings, but back in the day we were a lot more in tune, and we would tend to harness those frequencies by building buildings, or you know, getting stones or crystals or whatever we were guided to build things. And that's how we have things like Stonehenge, and we have things like the Egyptian pyramids, and we have things you know, like I'm being shown the Easter Island heads. Like that's why we would build these things. You know what I mean? We'd be instructed to, or we'd energetically be more in tune to build it, whereas these days we're not as in tune yet, so we tend to not do that. But that's where those frequency shifts are, and for some reason they're showing Antarctica as well. And I'm being told you'll know when, because there can be larger portals and frequency shifts, and there can be smaller ones that are created by people, you know, connecting with spirit or doing whatever. You even make an altar, you create, you know, a point for spirit to anchor through and bring messages through when you create an altar like that. So there's littler ones as well, you know what I mean? This is just more like a bigger landmass, a bigger frequency, more energy being funneled. But I'm being told, you know, when there's some sort of portal opened, or like there's an energy coming through, because you'll usually hear you'll either hear like a bunch of ghost stories about that area or that home or that place, and loads of people saying this happened, that happened, you know. You'll hear those kind of stories because human beings are aware. But also you will you tend to find, if human beings don't know how to process it so much, but they know something's not quite right, that's where a lot of then maybe conspiracies can come through, because it's like loads of energy being funneled into one area and energy. So it's like loads of people interested, kind of like Area 51, which I will do a reading on. But Area 51 doesn't feel like there's a portal. That doesn't, I'm being told, no, that doesn't feel like there's a big portal of energy. But there is one in Antarctica for sure. Anywhere closer to the North and South Poles, it usually is stronger. For some reason I feel like it's coming from there. I don't know what that's about. Let me know if you want me to tap into like the poles on Earth, because I don't know why I feel like there's frequencies north and south. I'm being shown the Earth, North and South Pole, and I'm being shown frequencies, like hot spots. Almost like there's a line going through. And I don't really know what that's about, but I almost feel like it's coming from there. I don't mind being shown 2 doors. 1 door on the North Pole and 1 door on the South Pole. They're like doors to me. Like tunnels, like vertex, like kind of like black holes. I don't know why I'm being shown that. And then I'm being shown energies going around the Earth. Don't know what that's about, but that's what I'm being shown. But yeah, that's what I'm being shown. I'm being shown points of Earth where there's like frequencies and shift changes, like energy changes. But the bigger one is, the more there's going to be talk, like whether it's a conspiracy. I know there's like a forest that people say there's a lot of energy activity as well. I'm sure it's Japan. It could be somewhere else. I know it's in Asia, East Asia. I'm sure it's Japan, where there's like a forest, and there's a lot of energy there, apparently. People hear voices and things there as well. Anything like that, that's where you'll see that landmass, lots of energy spilling open. It literally feels like something's spilling open. So it's like grids, like frequency shifts in terms of dimensions. And I'm being shown that's where you would then hear of like, you know, people talk of like Bigfoot, and people talk about, and it's okay if you don't believe some of the things I'm saying, that's completely fine. I'm just saying what's coming through, like, because I'm being shown Bigfoot, I'm being shown like giant beings and like the Fae, and I'm being shown that like an influx of energy. That's what people will see that and energetically connect. And I'm actually being told that way back in the day, we would just be aware of these other realms and these other beings and exist. Like, that's what I'm being shown. Again, don't have to believe what I'm saying. I know that can sound out there, but that's what I'm being shown. Back in the day, we were way more open to these realms, and open to them than we are now. So that's why now it's like, ooh, you know, there's the Loch Ness Monster here, or there's this here, or there's that here. And it's like we kind of, I would look at any like myths and beings and, you know, entities that we see like that, and really think like, where do they come from? Where did that start? And, you know, what is that maybe even, what was the word that I was being shown then, Spirit Guys? I just had a complete sentence and then I lost it. Where's that being derived from? You know what I mean? Where is that being derived from? Where's that come from? Why did that come from? You know what I mean? Even if it has been morphed and changed throughout time, there could still be a base to where that came from. Even if it isn't as, you know, grandiose as maybe some people have made it out to be, there still is maybe a base there. That's what I'm being shown. But yeah, in terms of Antarctica, I see a frequency shift. I see the shifts into other realms. I'm not seeing like a doorway beyond the ice wall that takes you to another realm. Of course, maybe there is, and I'm just not seeing it, but that's not really what I'm tapping into. But I do think that there are resources that the general public and human beings aren't fully aware of, that I do think that they're funding and sourcing there. That is a big thing that I'm being shown. And yeah, I'm being shown somebody knocking through ice. Like, I'm being shown somebody knocking through ice, and I feel like I'm lifting what looks like a slab of something up, and then inside of it we're like dissecting it because we're retrieving something from it. And I'm being shown like with pearls, with like an oyster. Like I'm being shown somebody like prying open an oyster and getting a pearl. So obviously we're invading that to get the pearl, you know what I mean? So I feel like I'm going in and I'm taking something. There's something within something that I want to retrieve, and I don't know why it's making me think of like the Nemo eggs in terms of the imagery of what it looks like. And I'm being shown the pyramid, and like at the top of the pyramid, like in terms of like the higher ups, like the 10%, the 15%, whatever it is, they're the ones that are aware of it or will benefit from it or maybe fund it. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what I'm being shown, because I'm thinking of like leaders of countries for some reason. So I'm thinking of like prime ministers and presidents and, you know, whatever. And it's almost like we're getting a stake of it, you know? I don't know who, yeah, I feel like we're getting a stake of something, which is quite interesting. I don't know why as well. I don't know why this has been shown to me. This reading's going all over the place, but there we go. I'm being shown the moon, and when people wanted to like land on the moon and they wanted to get their flag on the moon, I'm being shown something in Antarctica where there's like a race for something to get their flag on something. And it's not something that's been achieved yet, I'm being told. There's something in Antarctica where people are trying to find something. It's making me think of like Titanic when they were trying to find the heart of the ocean and they had all the ships out there trying to find it. And it was like that $1 million budget thing where they were being sent out there to find the heart, and they were going down in the submarines to get it in the Titanic movie. It's something like that, but I'm being shown like leaders, like world leaders, like in a race, like they were to get on the moon and trying to find something that they're aware of in terms of Antarctica, or something that would like change something, or like something that would bring a lot of profit to something. I almost feel like there's some sort of race, because I don't think it's like one country that's there mining. I feel like there's multiple that are aware of this. Like there's some sort of, like I'm seeing like 10 different like leaders from around the world, like let's just say like in a circle, like we need to get this. I don't know what this is. I'm not being told what it is, but it's something that would be mined or brought out from the structure of it. That's what I'm being shown, but it's like I'm being shown ice and ice and ice and ice, so it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, and I don't know what that is meant to mean or be. Let me know if you guys know, because you guys might have watched other readings on this topic, and then other people might have said what it is, you know. I'm just picking up on the energy here, rather than, you know, whatever that would be. But yeah, there feels like there's some sort of who's gonna get it first, and is it even real type of thing. Do you know what I mean? There's that sort of notion around it. So then it's like we're diverting any energy away from it then, so that people can't get to that. And one last thing, why would I have been energetically booted out when I was remote viewing? So why would there be like a energetic cloak around that, please? Why would it be cloaked? Please, spirit guides, can you tell me why the Antarctica energy would have been cloaked? Do you know what's really weird? Okay, I'm being shown like human beings there, of course, mining or whatever for this like source of something. But I'm being shown, and it's not people's guides, it's other beings almost viewing what human beings are doing. Like there's some level of protection where I'm being shown other beings just kind of viewing and watching. I'm not picking up anything too malicious, but I'm not being shown this light-hearted, you know, beautiful love energy either. So this doesn't feel like the most good energy in the world. I'm not picking up anything sinister either. But I see beings around energetically, kind of like watching and viewing, like where they're going to go, what they're going to do. It's entities, it's like energies. So again, because of the realm, like the shift in frequency, so that's maybe where it could be open. And that's where the cloak is coming from. You know how guides will make you make decisions, like if they want to help you out, or like you've asked them, can you help me do this, help me do that, and they're like, turn right, do this, or walk home now before this happens, or whatever it is. I'm being shown that on like a larger structure, because I'm being shown energies like from other, you know, dimensions, and it's almost like I feel like do this, do that, like go that way. But it, you know, it does feel a little bit like not the best energy, because it's making me think of the Labyrinth with Jared, the Goblin King. If you've ever watched the Labyrinth, he basically like has this labyrinth that he makes Sarah go through, but he changes up the rules constantly, he changes the pathways constantly, he changes everything, you know, so that she doesn't really stand a chance. And she has to keep going around in these circles and circles and circles. And he knows that she's probably not going to win, you know what I mean? And he tries diverting her. That's what I'm being shown in terms of those energies, which is quite interesting. And I'm like, are you being that way and trickstery so that they don't find that, whatever it is, because they could like use it to you know, a disadvantage to the rest of the population, so maybe you're like more on our side type of thing, or are you just doing it just because like it's just fun? Like I don't know, it doesn't feel like there's maliciousness, like if that's even a word. It doesn't feel too malicious, it's more like trickster. It's like I'm watching over. I know that would be like a big advancement, or whoever got this, there's like a level of power to you getting this, whatever this is. Or this knowledge that you then have. So there's like a protection there, but I also feel like I'm playing games a little bit, like I'm playing trickster games. I don't know what that's about, but that's where it was being cloaked. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, so guys, that's what I had in terms of Antarctica. Of course, if you guys have channeled this before, if you've heard stories from other people and they've channeled, feel free to put them in the comment section, because like I say in the description box, we're all looking at things from different perspectives, and we're all going to get little pieces of the puzzle. The point of it is to put all our pieces together and get the full circle. So I welcome everybody, even if you had something completely different to me, I welcome it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section if you want to, or if you have, you know, anybody else's videos you want to do that for other people to get other pieces, that's cool too. Because I personally don't believe there's too much like wrong. I think we all are looking at it from different levels, different perceptions. You know, we're all meant to see it from different sides of the puzzle. So yeah, let me know what you thought. Let me know if you've got anything that I've got before, if I've said anything that I was a bit confused on, and you know that like, oh yeah, this is because of this, or whatever that magnetic field or whatever that is. If you know, write it down in the comment section if you feel the need to. So patch up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any requests or types of videos you want me to do on this, leave them down below in the comment section. And yeah, I will speak to you guys, I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you so much for watching.